Hello, everyone. In this lesson, we're going to explore a topic that affects every single one of us, whether we realize it or not: personal versus professional relationships. If you want to build strong relationships in both work and life, you must understand the difference between these two worlds, and more importantly, how to manage the boundary between them. Let's break it down in a practical, honest, and realistic way. What is a personal relationship? A personal relationship is built on emotional connection, intimacy, and voluntary commitment. You choose to be there. It includes family, romantic partners, close friends, long-term companions. In personal relationships, emotions are central. Vulnerability is welcomed. Support is often unconditional. The relationship itself is the priority. Example 1. Imagine your best friend calls you at 2 a.m. because they had a bad day. You may be tired, but you listen. Why? Because emotional closeness matters more than convenience. Example 2. Your partner forgets to do something important. You might feel hurt. Why? Because expectations are emotional, not contractual. Personal relationships are driven by love, trust, loyalty, shared history, emotional safety. In short, the person matters more than performance. What is a professional relationship? A professional relationship is built on goals, roles, and mutual benefit. You don't necessarily choose the person, you choose, or are assigned to, the role. It includes colleagues, managers, employees, clients, business partners. In professional relationships, performance matters. Boundaries are important. Communication must be clear. Emotions are managed, not ignored, but managed. Example 1. Your colleague misses a deadline. In a personal relationship, you might say, "It's okay, I understand." In a professional relationship, you say, "This delay impacts the project. Let's fix it." Example 2. You may not personally like your manager, but you still treat them with respect because the relationship is based on professional structure, not emotional closeness. Professional relationships are driven by results, responsibilities, accountability, respect, reliability. In short, performance matters more than personal feelings. The key differences. Let's make it simple and practical. Emotional depth. Personal, deep emotional investment. Professional, controlled emotional expression. Boundaries. Personal, flexible boundaries. Professional, clear and defined boundaries. Expectations. Personal, emotional support and loyalty. Professional, competence and reliability. Conflict. Personal. Conflict feels personal. Professional. Conflict should stay task-focused. The dangerous zone, when boundaries blur. This is where most problems begin. Many people struggle because they treat professional relationships too personally, or treat personal relationships too professionally. Let me explain. Case 1. Being too personal at work. You become very close friends with a colleague. Later, you must give them negative feedback. If you avoid giving honest feedback because we're friends, you damage the team. Or worse, you take professional criticism personally and feel betrayed. That's emotional confusion. Case 2. Being too professional at home. Imagine speaking to your spouse like you speak to an employee. We need to improve performance in household responsibilities. That doesn't work, right? Home is not a boardroom. Can professional relationships become personal? Yes. Absolutely. Many strong friendships start at work. But here is the rule. When you are in the workplace, the professional role must come first. Example. You and your close friend work in the same department. If they make a mistake, you must address it professionally, even if later you talk as friends. Switch roles consciously. Mature people know how to say, "Right now, I'm speaking as your manager," or "Now I'm speaking as your friend." That awareness protects both relationships. Emotional intelligence is the bridge. The ability to separate personal emotions from professional roles is a core leadership skill. When you don't take feedback personally, don't mix friendship with favoritism, don't bring office frustration home, you show emotional maturity. Strong people don't eliminate emotions, they manage context. Practical scenarios for you. Let's think together. Scenario 1. Your friend at work gets promoted instead of you. Personal reaction: jealousy. Professional reaction: Congratulate them and improve yourself. Which one will protect your long-term growth? Scenario 2. Your partner is stressed from work and becomes distant. Professional mindset would say, your behavior is unacceptable. Personal maturity says, let's talk. What's going on? Different context, different approach. The golden rule. Here's something I want you to remember. Personal relationships need empathy first. Professional relationships need clarity first. If you reverse them, conflict increases. Final reflection for you. Ask yourself, do I take work feedback too personally? Do I avoid difficult conversations at work because of friendship? Do I sometimes treat loved ones like tasks instead of people? Strong relationships in work and life are not built by accident. They are built by awareness. When you master the difference between personal and professional relationships, you don't just become better at relationships, you become more stable, more respected, and more emotionally intelligent. And that is the foundation of strong relationships everywhere.